That was pizza and poutine I had last night. Yes, after a lot of people are going to say that's so crazy. You know, after everything you've been through at the ER, you know, after your diabetes diagnosis, everything. Yes, I know. It's really grim to wake up to a reality you don't like being in. I just don't love the health reality I'm in. Like, I know a lot of you have a lot of solutions that are very helpful. I appreciate it. I have my diabetes to worry about now, so I have to completely change the way I eat. I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to eat. Yes, it's real. It's real now. I'm in a health crisis and I need to get better. So to start, I know I've been doing a lot of live streams. It allows me to interact with people, which does brighten my day up a little bit to talk to you guys and everything. So I'm on an injection called Ozempic, and I'm on a 0.25 milligram dose to start, and in 2 weeks I'll be moving up to 0.5. Once a week injection is used to lower your A1C and blood sugars, and also to lose some weight. It does slow down your digestion. It also controls the hunger hormone in your brain. So I do find that it has been doing that. I do find that I'm overall just less thinking of food, turned off by a lot of foods. It always feels like there's something in my stomach. I always feel full, but I'm guessing that's how the weight loss part works, is you just don't feel like eating, you feel sick. So on top of all that, you know that I've been struggling a lot with my mental health, overall motivation to do anything. And I'm really working hard on that, but I know there will come a time where I'm feeling a bit better. And as soon as I do, I will put out some recorded videos for you guys. Bear with me. Everybody has a different opinion on what is healthy, on what someone should eat to lose weight. I almost feel like I get told off, I guess, in a sense. What are you doing? No, don't eat that. I understand that everyone has a different opinion, like I said, on what should be eaten and what should be done. And I used to just kind of fight that and be defensive. And I'm just going to stop doing that. You can have your opinion. This is interactive. It's a social media.
Hello teacups, what's brewing? Other than Chantal's temper, obviously. Seriously, you guys. To be fair, I did ask for pre-recorded videos. This is a request I made of the universe. And my goodness, the universe did reply. So, Chantal be straight up trolling us. Straight up trolling. I just... That's what it is. That's where we are. A difference between ALR and Chantal I've always found is that although I wouldn't call ALR smart, I would say she's got a certain amount of cunning, and she does understand how to try and drive up views, how to string along an audience, because she's built a lot on what, when you break it down, is actually very little. Now, whether you agree with those tactics or not, and the way she treats, talks to, interacts with her audience, that's up to you. It's a personal decision of what you're willing to stand. But with Chantal, I've always found she's been a slave to every emotion she's ever had. She lacks the impulse control to be that contrived. Now, that doesn't mean she doesn't try. As you saw from the beginning of my video, she very much will play on sympathies. She'll use what she can for views, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's not what she's feeling in the moment. It just happens that what she feels changes on a second by second basis. And I do find in those videos, as much as she is very much contriving the presentation of those issues, I do believe in those moments that's what she's feeling. I believe in the moment of the previous clip, she was thinking she would be the softly Chantal influencer. We've talked about her before. In the clip before that, diabetes, for all she's kind of backed off the diagnosis before, real full-blown diabetes was a hit to her. And she was very much stuck on the idea. And as I said at the time, I didn't know why that was a line, but that was apparently a line for her. Now, has she done anything with it? Clearly not. Because we've got this. We've got this Wild Wings fried prickles? Not quite. Fried pickles and fries mukbang story time. So clearly all is right with the world. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not reacting to this as if it's a serious video because it's a big honking smelly pile of bullshit. This is a child having a tantrum, and I will treat her as such, because although this seems somewhat less racially charged than her McDonald's mukbang video, it's a little more contained in the vitriol, but she is coming from a very similar place. Now, I don't think she says in this video what triggered that change, but the change has definitely been triggered because a day ago we had her in a room talking about the Ozempic, and now we got this. So let's get into it, shall we? The old intro is back.
Hello, Foodie Beauty.
Hello.
So I just wanted to show everybody my skinny ankle.
You're awake.
My ankle is skinny, so yeah.
So her ankle thing, she mentioned it on a live at some point. Usually it's very, very swollen. Now apparently it's normal size, which she's going to insist on referring to as skinny because she's desperately trying to pick a fight. And notice how she's failing to mention the corpse-like skin. I have seen zombies with better skin quality here. I think that's an extension of whatever that rash is that goes down her leg. But whether it's skinny by her standards or not, it looks like it's about to drop off her limb.
There you have it.
Wow.
All right, hey guys, let's do the song together. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Hey,
Right, so
I'm just a
today
quirky
I
girl
have
who sings songs and eats food.
Wild Wing. Yay! I was watching Sweetie Snacker eating wings. I think Wingstop. Oh, the way she eats wings makes me so hungry for wings.
Oh, that does not make me hungry.
When she crunches the bone,
That looks quite
especially when
alarming.
she crunches the bone. So, I'm gonna set this up and I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh look, editing. She took a moment to look this back and was like, no, it's fine. I'm definitely doing this. My goodness.
Number one, yes, comments are turned off.
Yeah, they are.
Because I just don't want to hear it. I know how they get when I do mukbangs or anything I eat. So for
Clearly, anything she eats, not because it's a huge amount of deep fried food, but anything she eats, you guys, anything. If she was having a salad, you'd be just as terrible. Like, dudes, my dudes. Yeah, because it's a social media, you guys. It's a social media.
For now, I'm just turning them off. It's not going to be forever. I don't know how long. Whatever. Whenever I feel like turning them back on, I guess. All right. It's not that I don't have a thick skin. I don't have a thick.
You have a paper thin skin.
Annoyance tolerance.
That's exactly
because
the same
honestly,
thing.
Whenever somebody says how many calories this meal has, every single time I've been trying to wait until Sam is out of the litter box to record, but every time I start talking, he gets back in and digs around. He's not even using the bathroom. Oh. He just wants to annoy me.
Man, if only you could put the litter box somewhere other than the kitchen, then maybe it wouldn't be a problem while you're trying to eat.
So it's just every time I see comments where it's like, I just need to just ignore them, I know, but
yep.
You have to agree, every single thing I eat, every single thing I put in my mouth It's highly scrutinized, and it annoys the shit out of me, quite frankly. So, for now, to keep my peace of mind, comments are off.
Okay,
so we
then.
have some Daisy Duke wings, which are barbecue and medium sauce and dry mango chipotle. We have some dry hang 'em high wings, which are dry southern feet and dry jerk. Celery, carrots, the obligatory side veggie. And they didn't give me enough. I ordered a bunch of ranch. They didn't give me enough, so I need a refund on that.
She currently has 4 pots of what looks like a large. I did look on their menu because, as she mentioned, calorie counting is her special favorite thing that people do for her. So enjoy. They sold it in 2 sizes. They had 89 mil and I think, I can't remember what the smaller one was, but I imagine somewhere around half that. And those look like pretty big pots. So I'm going to go with the higher calorie count, as I have with most of these things. But that's a fair amount of sauce, my dear, especially considering the wings themselves have a sauce.
Then we have some pickle willies, which are deep fried pickles with a creamy
Willies
sauce.
Don't mean that in England.
And some seasoned French fries. Yes.
I was shocked. I look on the menu for this, you've probably just seen it. And the fries were 1,300 calories, nearly 1,280, I think. I don't know how you get that many calories in fries, but they did it.
I'm gonna put some ketchup on the side for those.
You obviously need more dip.
And I wanted to buy a Pepsi, but they gave me a Pepsi, so whatever. Oh. All right, first I'm gonna try these Daisy Dukes. They're my favorite, with the blue cheese. Eat bite. Paper towel does the trick.
It does, but you've been licking it, so. And scratch your nose.
I'm going to be doing
I'll scratch mine.
A whole week of mukbangs, like every day.
I'm sure she is going to feel wonderful after she's done that. She's just started Ozempic, which she said makes her very nauseated. This is going to turn out so well for her. It's going to be great.
Mukbang of my choice.
Does she have an appointment coming up in a week that she's doing her fast food funeral for? Is this what happens? Something coming? Something's clearly triggered her, though we don't know what.
Because I want to. So every day, you're going to be getting a mukbang and story time.
I'm not reacting to a week's worth of those, just so you know. Although, exciting news everybody, this might be a plan she actually gets through a week. I've been asking for a year for her to stay on plan for a week, and we might do it today. So again, careful what you wish for.
I feel like doing it, and that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So today, I thought I would talk about, I don't know why I always do this to myself. I was bored, desperate, feeling a little frisky, like I wanted to talk to somebody about something. Is that what you young'uns call it these days? Something?
She's so awkward.
So, oh my, I look really skinny today. So don't worry guys, I look skinny. I'm good.
Clearly, you're fine. No, honey, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep eating the wings. You're all good. Don't worry about it. We're all good here.
So I signed up for Tinder again for like a day. And in that one day, before I deleted my account in a haste.
Which is really careful to say because people will go looking.
People I got the pleasure or displeasure of talking to. So let me tell you about these people.
Which is really, if she did indeed sign up at all, because mostly she just makes this shit up anyway, is really her reason for going on these sites. It's not to find someone, because let's face it, she'd never actually do it. Never. It's so she can feel superior to people, so that she can say, okay, well, done. No, they were all losers, and feel better. And she's got mechanical intervention for if she's feeling horny, because Pete's outed what was in her bottom drawer. So I've just noticed the freeze frame. My apologies. So she could take care of business if she needed to take care of business. that's not what she goes on these apps for. Because if she did find a good match, there is no way she would turn up. Her social anxiety, where she's scared to be seen by people outside, it comes from an insecurity about her an insecurity about her appearance. And so she gets more and more anxious because she doesn't want to be seen. She's not going to be able to handle a hookup on Tinder.
Let's get right to it.
To the nothing that happened.
The first guy, like, it shows you your matches, right? Like people who like you or swiped right, I guess, or whatever.
Also, votes below on which of her 10, 15-year-old pictures that she constantly puts onto Instagram she used to catfish these people.
Showed an interest. So there's this one guy, he was so hot.
That would make me suspicious. I mean, you're a catfish, you know what people do.
These are so good. Deep fried pickles and the dill ranch. Oh.
Deep fried pickles sound horrific. I know so they're a thing.
This guy was really buff, like super hot. Mm-hmm. Like he looked like a model, like an Instagram model. He probably was. He had white teeth.
He probably was. You know why? Because someone probably stole his profile. Like, he might be a real person in real life, but he's probably not the person currently contacting you on Tinder. Hence the problem of Tinder.
Beautiful black hair, blue eyes, big body, like buff and shiny. Oh. And I was like, ooh.
And yet somehow didn't move forward with the match.
It sounded too good to be true. I thought I'd give it a shot. So he messages me.
She lives a whole life under that philosophy.
We're talking. This guy, I mean, it's kind of a turn off for me when a guy's so like, he had more pictures on his profile than Kim Kardashian, okay?
Because he harvested them from the internet. My darling, come on.
Whatever, this is Tinder, you know? So.
Now, Tinder's all about what's on the inside, right?
We're talking, and then he says to me, you know, I like a big girl. I like to do a big girl, is what he said.
Okay.
I like to see if I can handle it.
Well, lucky for you, you're a big girl then, I suppose.
You know, it makes me feel so strong being able to lift a big girl off the ground.
That seemed to be what you were there for, so...
And I'm just like, oh, wow.
Hun.
Thanks. So...
Hun, sweetheart, real talk. You were there because you wanted to get fucked. Can we get any more basic than that? Why are you like, oh, my blushes, my pearls, my standards, when you're hunting around on Tinder for a hookup?
Basically, you're using me as an exercise tool. Like, to feel better about yourself, to boost your ego.
You're using him as an appendage because you want to feel good about yourself. What's the issue?
Next. Anyway.
Roll your eyes.
I love licking my fingers.
We know. And she made a point of leaving that in. I'm actually shocked here that she didn't go whole hog and just go grab Sam and wipe him on her face first. Because that was clearly the message behind that. She was like, oh, I love licking my fingers. Let me just wipe them everywhere.
One was disturbing.
One was disturbing?
But hilarious.
Hey, Sam. Let's see.
No, go away, Sam.
Oh, there's the cat.
Hilarious.
Wiped it now. I bet she washed her hands. It's fine.
It was just like a message. Like, I didn't even reply to this, but it was like, hey, princess. Can I have sex with your fat rolls? I'm not trying to kink shame anybody.
Really?
But that's just not my thing.
Standards. Doesn't have to be a thing.
I'm sorry, but my rolls are not exactly an erogenous zone, so what's in it for me?
They're a Pringles lid storage device. And he could bring zesty sauce, you'd be fine.
These selfish lovers, man. Self-serving, selfish lovers. Piss me off. So I was in kind of a bad mood when this nice guy finally messaged me. It was a nice guy. In my profile I set up, I just said just looking for fun, because...
Yeah. And then is horrified by the messages she receives. Oh my goodness.
I don't want a relationship, okay? I don't. And especially not on Tinder. I don't know. I'm not saying you can't meet somebody nice. I mean, I did meet BB on Plenty of Fish, but this poor nice guy messages me, and me, me, horny AF, and this poor guy's like, so I'm a really a nice guy. I'll cook you dinner. I'll buy you flowers. Block, next.
What? What this makes me wonder in this imaginary world she's created is what message would cause her to say yes? Because if they can't be nice and they can't be kind of nasty, they can't say, okay, well, I'm in it because you're a big girl. And they can't pretend, oh, no, I really want to be with you. And she's got looking for fun on her profile. But what? I'm not sure what messages she was expecting, but what message would be acceptable at this point? At what point would she have agreed to this, assuming she would in fact leave her house?
I just wasn't in the mood.
During the middle of COVID.
For that.
For a stranger.
Well, when has sex just become so weird? You know what I mean?
What do you mean? You didn't have sex when sex becomes so weird? Well, probably when you put it on an app looking for a hookup.
Old-fashioned in out. In and out. Anyway, had a few of these.
This sort of thing actually, and this was a problem I think, I want to say she had on OnlyFans, she had with OnlyFans, is that you've either got the pool of people she's already got, which is YouTube and the people who know her this way, so they at least would know what they were getting into if she was going to try and date somebody. Or you have people who are more or less there for the fetish. But she really finds the people who are there for the fetish to be kind of beneath her. And that doesn't leave her with a lot of options.
Hey, can I have your email so I can send you a picture of my beep?
We got the message.
Good carrot.
The little grin as she slathers it in ranch. She'd be like, yes, it's the carrot. She's been watching Zachary Michaels.
Ranch.
It's these moments when she's eating between and she's not focusing on making up the story, where you see kind of the little bits of anger. She's angry when she's going ranch because she's determined. And this is the kind of childish nature of it. She is at this point the kid who you said, don't touch that. And so they stood there and went, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. What are you talking about? I'm not touching it. You said don't touch it. I'm not touching it. She really thinks she looks like that woman in the car, because as much as I did not find, well, I can't remember the name of the woman she referenced at the beginning, I did not find it a good look. It's not, mukbangs and eating are not something that's attractive to me. The girl was a pretty girl, and she really thinks she looks the same when she does those same kind of moves with the sauce dripping and things.
I know this is one guy. I shouldn't have put my real name, but I put my first name.
Why not at this point?
He asked me my first name, so I was like, no, I know why he asked me. Every single thing he said, he would end it with my name, like, how are you doing today, beautiful Chantal? Where are you from, Chantal? You look.
Don't tell anyone any personal information until you're sure about them on any app, really. But is her problem right now seriously that he used her name, the name that she gave him? What would the alternative be? This is the question, and I'm just like, would you have preferred, hey, woman? Hey, babe? Like, what word would have been acceptable if not your name? Please answer. I want to know. I genuinely want to know how this would have been okay.
You're beautiful, Miss Chantal. Miss Chantal or Miss Chantal?
The miss I would find a little bit...
Like, dude, what the heck is the matter with you?
Using my name when I'm giving it to you? How dare you, sir?
Jeez.
The affront of him.
Immediate turn off.
No person on this app would come up to her
Immediate.
standards because she doesn't want to leave the house and be seen.
Turn off.
But let's sit here and do this and talk about how they're just not good enough. Actually, you know what? To be serious for a moment, she didn't say they weren't good enough. She did roll her eyes and say turn off and be quite dismissive, but she didn't technically say they weren't good enough. So, to be fair.
My favorite is the Daisy Duke.
Oh, that's the name of the wing. Took me a minute.
Just a lot of turn-offs.
People looking to hook up.
But I never learn. I keep going back.
Yeah, I mean, it's content for her. She's not planning on acting of any of these, and it's easier to use this as a story than it is to remember or half remember things that never actually really happened 20 years ago. So it is what it is.
And there was this guy, legit serial killer. Like every single person I talk to on there, I think, is it serial killer? So I look for signs.
Signs?
You know, I watch way too many Netflix true crime documentaries or Manhunt.
I'm sure she does, but in which case my question would be, then why are you trying to meet people on the internet? Because of all places, that does seem like one of the easiest for a serial killer just to hook you in.
I picture the host of Forensic Files in his voice, or one of those stern, serious female narrators from one of those shows, talking about my case if I accept a date with one of these guys. Chantal from Ottawa was a lonely 36-year-old woman, just looking for a good time. Tragically, her head was found in the sewer just 27 miles west of her hometown.
Nearby there was a car with a half-eaten pizza and half a roll of toilet paper. A trail of waste led out into the woods. The police couldn't figure out why she had parked there.
Wow. Something like that. Now I am a bit paranoid, sure. I'll admit it. I'm gonna mix the blue cheese with the ranch.
Oh, I can't imagine it'll improve them.
However, my instinct told me with this one guy, because he was like, can I tell you something? Promise you won't be weirded out.
She got sauce on her arm right there.
I think people do that. Like, if I
That way
tell
she
you, you
leaned
have to
over.
promise not to get mad or not to get scared. Well,
Not to get scared. That's one of those things seems more alarming than the other, to be fair.
how can I make a promise based on a reaction, a hypothetical I don't know what you're gonna tell me.
People who go on these kinds of dating apps more than I do. I know you get a lot of crud you have to wade through in terms of all the spam and all the people, but would anyone seriously start a conversation like that? Seriously. Come on now. Ah, the stories she tells.
Like, all right, fingers crossed behind my back. So he's like, if we hook up, would you let me strangle you?
It's a solid opener. There we go.
Because like you could tap me and I would stop right away. No questions asked.
This is such horseshit. This is such horseshit.
Would you let me tie you up with duct tape? Thinking of my head in a sewer on the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, no thanks. Some people are into that, but
I mean, it's a thing,
Not
but again, if you're going to open your profile with looking for a good time, looking whatever, you're gonna have to expect to get a certain level of response because you're casting a wide net.
no.
And why are you talking to
No
this
way.
guy if your instincts were immediately like, nah, man?
One guy was too pushy, like desperate. Like you look desperate when you're pushy. Women, like there should be like how to turn on a woman 101. I know women are complex, but ladies, you have to agree there's just some universal rules when it comes to men turning women off on these date sites. Like no dick pics within the first like week, okay?
I was not aware of this rule, but if it is in fact enforced, please let me know. But again, you came on looking for a hookup. It's very straightforward. You came on looking for a man offered, and you were like, no, you're beneath me. How dare you be so eager? What?
Oh. Sam, I'll give you a churro in a minute. Go. He wants to come on the counter, but no. Not right now.
Oh, she's moved his bowl over to the back. I guess that's because she's got sticky chicken wings. Or let's just be optimistic and say that's why.
With extra cat hair.
Oh yeah. So there we go.
My favorite wings are the flat ones.
As she sucks her fingers, she's cleaner than that, you guys.
I have Daisy Duke sauce on my arm. He scratched me really well. He got me good the other day. Yesterday by accident.
He was straight up trying to kill you, man.
Yeah, by accident.
Is it for real? These wings don't look very good.
This guy was super pushy. He was like... And I wasn't attracted to him at all. Like.
So again, why would you be talking to him if you're not attracted? No reason to have a conversation.
I'm sorry to sound shallow. But I don't know you, so obviously if I'm not... I go by looks right away. You know? Initially.
I was going to say you don't know anyone, but
anyways.
I see what she's saying.
Yeah, so he messaged me and like I accepted. He had messaged me and like he didn't want to talk. Like I don't know the guy I can't have a conversation with. Like who just doesn't care about what you have to say?
Everyone's trying to have sex. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. That's all you wanted. Why is she expecting Tinder hookups to woo her? Tell me.
I was like...
But you know, if you're nice and you say you will, she'll block.
Can I find out more about you first? Like, what if I don't like you? What if I don't want to meet you for coffee?
You weren't meeting
Tell
him
me
for
something
coffee.
about yourself. Give me something, you know? So,
this is a lovely look on her.
Can we talk a bit first? We'll talk when we go for coffee. I'd really like to wait a little bit and get to know you first.
Again?
It's just coffee.
Again? Not what you would put on your profile.
So I didn't block him, but I cut the communication with him. He tries to get back in, like, by liking my profile again or whatever. However Tinder works, like, swipe right, I guess. I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna talk to you again. Like, buzz off, you know? Jeez. So I think I like saucy wings more than dry wings. If I'm being honest.
Is she shocked by that? I mean, she's got sauce on sauce on sauce, but it is an ongoing theme in her life. It's not surprising.
Bye. He was wheezing. You're wheezing, Sam. You're wheezing.
Stroke the cat. Wipe your hand on the wings.
Yeah, it was. I've accepted the fact that I need to save money. And
Have
buy
you?
that sex doll.
Oh. I was like, save money in general. Oh my god, something positive. No, for the sex doll. Okay. Not for the surgery. Not for the therapy.
Yeah, I'll have to do all the work, but it'll get me in shape, and he can't laugh at me huffing and puffing.
That was a very telling statement. But she totally would have gone for coffee.
Sex doll can't try to kill you. And if he does, well, you can sue the company. I mean...
She did put up on her community post, oh, story time coming soon, he might be coming to live with us. It's a solid, what? She said the most expensive ones are 20 grand, something like that, so we'll see. I'm sure it'll be a good investment for her money, not therapy or anything else. Again, probably not something that's going to happen, but whatever.
Anyway.
Speaking of imaginary things.
I mean, that's the reality. I've had enough food. I really liked the deep fried pickles the most. And the Daisy Duke wings. Those are my favorite. The carrots and celery were pretty good too. But I'm stuffed. I mean, I'm hard enough to eat. So, that's it. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a week. I just feel like doing a week of mukbangs and story times.
It doesn't surprise me at all that she wants mukbangs. Gives her a reason.
Or not.
I was gonna say.
I just enjoy just sitting. I enjoy talking and telling stories, having different foods, you know. So that's just what I enjoy doing. So that's what I'm gonna do. And no headache for me. Comments off. For now, for at least the week. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching my video.
No, you don't.
And I hope you enjoyed it. Because I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing it for you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Yeah, okay. She's doing this for us, you guys. She's doing it for us. And remember, the next time she has a major health incident and is in the ER, she's doing that for us too. Because really, if something serious happens to her, as all the indicators in her health and body seem to be showing her is coming, really won't we be the ones to suffer? So there we have it. Chantal just trolled the entirety of her audience. I said the entire internet, the entirety of her audience. And she's done it because for whatever reason, she is angry. And it's a quieter anger than she usually does. But if you look at the little pieces together, if you look at her being like, look guys, I'm skinny, I dare you to say something. She essentially put up this video and told us her plans for the next week to pick a fight. And then she closed the comments because she can't actually handle a fight. Because as she said in her slightly more serious for about 20 seconds, clips in the very beginning of this video, she doesn't like to justify her choices. Not because it's a terrible expectation for people to have, because having made that expectation with your audience, it's a completely reasonable expectation to have her explain, hey, why are you doing this thing that looks like it's actively harming you when you said you didn't want to do this thing that's actively harming you? She gives us this because it becomes unjustifiable. So she's just chosen to turn the comments off. And okay, you want to do this? Go for it, my darling. There's no way I'm reacting to every mukbang and every story time. I'd actually be shocked if she's got 7 days worth of story times. That seems like more effort than she's usually used to putting into her stories. Maybe we'll get some repeats. Who knows? I'll see what my tolerance for this is, to be honest. I've never loved her story time as a series. What we should do, we should get some kind of bingo card or checklist or something of the elements of her stories and see how many of her stories match up to those elements. See if she widens her narrative scope or not. But here we are, my darlings, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.